Hey guys, this is Swishless Pick'ems here. Look, I know the audio doesn't sound that good. I just ordered a mic. I'm still upgrading my setup. But right now I'm working with what I got, and I understand a lot of people are out there eager to bet on this football game. You know, football season's back. First game of the preseason. Let's go. All right, let's compare these two teams. All right. We know that the starters aren't going to play for long. One drive for both teams. From what I've seen, starters don't play long, especially when returning from injury. Um, I think, in my opinion, the Lions have way much better depth. They have way better depth than the Chargers. Um, if you're familiar with football, you see the type of players that the Lions have added, especially on the defense. And a lot of these players had experience last year due to some of the starters being hurt. And that's what I like. You get play time as a starter. Look, they made it to the playoffs. Most of the starters were out last year, and they made it to the playoffs. Sure, they lost to the Commanders, but they still put up a fight. Um, we know we know how Dan Campbell is. We know how he coaches. And honestly, I feel like I have more confidence putting money down with the Lions because of that reason, especially the quarterback group. The Lions have Hendon Hooker and Kyle Allen. They're going to be competing for the number two spot. Excuse me. They're going to be competing for the number two spot. Now, let's go over to the Charger side. Taylor Heineke. Pretty decent. He's not bad. Trey Lance. What he do in Dallas last year in the preseason? Pick after pick after pick after pick. Sure, he threw a lot of yards and he might have thrown some touchdowns, but it was a mess. It was a mess. DJ, I don't even want to say his last name because it's not even worth it. I saw him play in college. He's horrible. I think he might be even worse than Trey Lance. Throwing the ball, throwing bricks. He was also pooping bricks out there in college. But like I said, depth matters a lot, especially in the preseason. I'm confident with the players that the Lions have. The Chargers, like I said, their depth isn't that good. They're not that good. They're stacked in the wide receiver position. They really are. Um, sort of, because we have a former first round pick in Jalen Rigger. And Fitzpatrick, he's pretty solid. I've seen him play. But one thing we have seen in the preseasons is that teams run a lot. And when teams run a lot, they get stopped often when they can't throw the ball. And when you can't throw the ball, it's just a mess. You won't be able to score. And like I said, the Lions defense is, man, I think they're going to shock some people. They did add some names. As you can see, the gold is acquired from free agency or trade. Um, the purple is from rookie draft. The aqua is from undrafted free agents, like it says right there, and red is from injury or on IR on the active roster. A lot of these players are returning from injury, but like I said, I don't think we're going to see them play. And if they do, it'll be really limited snaps. Look, the Chargers starting, the Chargers starting lineup for the defensive side, it's not impressive. And the number two players, they got experience, but Bud, Bud Dupree, Denzel Perryman, these guys are on their way to retirement. There's a reason they're number two. There's a reason they're number two on the depth chart. And Look, the Lions added a lot of depth. They did add a lot of depth. And the Lions are aggressive on defense. They're aggressive on every level. And another thing to add, I know people will be like, oh, well, Omari Hampton, he's going to start. He is going to start, maybe for a drive or two, but he's their starter. They're out with Najee Harris. He might not even start week one. So they're going to play it safe. I don't think this game matters a lot to them. I really don't. I think the Lions are gonna try. Look, they're gonna try more, honestly, because of they have more depth. Look at the depth they have. They have a lot more players. Um, it's it's a pick 'em game. I got the Lions. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't put a lot of money on this game, but if you really want to bet on the team, if you really want to bet on a team, I'd say take the Lions for the experience, for the young players that they got, the talent they got. They got Isaac Tesla. He reminds me of a young Noah Brown. I think there's going to be some up and comers with this Lions team. I really do. They're going to shock. They're going to shock some people. And yeah, just don't put too much money in this game. But I was really eager to put it, I can't even talk. Excuse me. Still got jitters. Um, I was really eager to put out this video because this will be my first YouTube video. And I will be able to tell you guys more into detail videos, like who I think is going to win the division, who's going to make the playoffs, the highs and the lows, and you know, all of that stuff. But anyways, to conclude this video, take the Lions. They have more depth. I feel like the young players are always more eager to win and to play. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope I see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe, like, share, and yeah, peace. Thanks for watching.